Indeed. Hey, free Rein video this week. We're finally back doing one of these. I know what you mean. Where have we been? It's not important.
Yeah, because we don't disclose that. You never know what kind of law enforcement watch these. So.
Yeah, somebody might try and bust me for smoking on video because I'm not a role model.
Ooh.
You're ready to quit. Back off a guy. But as you know, Mr. Dingles, this Saturday, the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
The most overhyped 2 minutes in the entire city of Louisville for this year.
Well, in the real world, everybody cares about Louisville, Kentucky twice a year. For Thunder over Louisville and the Kentucky Derby. After that, who fucking cares? Not even terrorists care about Louisville, Kentucky.
Not even people in Kentucky care about Kentucky. They're like, man, I just don't feel like living in Ohio, because nobody feels like living in Ohio.
No.
But of course, this is a big time of year for everybody in Louisville because, you know, Derby's a well-known race. It was one of the biggest sporting events in the country, and of course, celebutards.
Was it 135? Is that the number this year?
I believe, yes, the 135th.
Yes, that's 135 2-minute races.
Yeah, I think you put all 135 races together, you still don't have a full WrestleMania.
Nope.
But of course, like I said, every year the celebrities come out. And there's two categories. There's celebrities and there's celebutards. The people are like, oh, they're just showing up because it's a big event, and I don't know how the fuck these people get invited. But let's go over some of these celebrities.
The real celebrities' mail gets mixed up, and somehow these people get invited.
Michael Jordan, of course, he's usually down here every year.
Well, he ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, except watch the Charlotte Bobcats disappoint every year.
Golf, suck. Baseball, suck. Basketball, done. Yeah, I got time.
Yeah, it's not like I've seen any commercials for Space Jam 2.
Ooh, I don't even think Bugs Bunny wants to do that.
But, let's see, Michael Jordan, Lance Gross from Tyler Perry's House of Pain. Who?
Isn't it the greatest show on television? Of all time.
No, fuck Tyler Perry.
Of all the times?
And I'll be the first one to say it. Fuck Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Well, the Cosby kids grew up. She's going to be there. Like, yeah, whatever.
You know, speaking of Cosby kids, Raven Simone, I'll tell you what, I'd stick it to that fat ass.
Sticking all the right spots.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm.
That's a...
She's curvy, and I ain't got no breaks.
Now, joining the celebrity parade, Anthony Anderson. Stay away from the underage girls.
Well, in Kentucky it doesn't matter, but go right ahead.
Brooke Shields, Tom Brady. Oh, I'm glad to see his vajayjay healed enough for him to leave his house. Travis
We couldn't get Dan Marino. We got Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Damn.
What did Dan Marino ever do? He didn't win no Super Bowl.
Hey, I'd rather have Dan Marino than Tom Brady.
Well, yeah. I can see that. Kid Rock, of course. But my favorite, and this is, of course, in Vogue, Danica Patrick. I do things to Danica Patrick.
Oh, yes. Go, Daddy. Oh, go, Daddy.
Read my upcoming ebook, Things I Would Do Sexually to Danica Patrick. I mean, hell, she's only like, what, 5'1", 5'2", something like?
She's just enough.
Oh, yeah. I fit her in my glove compartment, smuggle her out.
Some people see the glass as half full, some see it half empty. I see it as just right.
But here's my big problem this year for the Derby.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Paris Hilton is coming to the Kentucky Derby. Now, here a couple weeks ago, I don't know if y'all remember this, there was a story about a 20-something horses dying from a mysterious infection or a drug fuck-up or whatever before a polo match.
Yes.
Paris Hilton's coming to the Derby, folks. That cannot mean anything good, because there is one of two likely scenarios this is going to lead to. First, it'll be the first time in Kentucky Derby history the entire starting field is scratched because they got syphilis. Like, oh my God, I can still see the marks where the horse was whipping her.
Oh, man. So in other words, now we have to worry about the swine flu and the spread of VD over the weekend.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I smell a sex tape.
Because I can just imagine all these 19, 20, 21-year-old Abercrombie Fitch cocksuckers clamoring over each other like the Beatles just landed in America trying to get a whiff of the most evil vagina on the planet.
You invited me to your birthday in Vegas and I couldn't make it, so here I am. I love you, Paris. And she'll be like, who?
She whips the panties off, it's like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Don't close your eyes. Oh, God, it's still seeping in.
Then scenario number 2.
Oh.
She leaves the horses alone, thank God, because they're majestic animals and they don't deserve that. But then...
They'd even run.
Yeah, they'll put her in the stall and that horse will win the Derby. Ah, fuck no. I don't need no sex tape. But the other scenario, Mr. Dingles, the Monday after the Derby. Or as we like to call it, the day all the trash is picked up.
Exactly.
20 jockeys will be standing in a Louisville free clinic somewhere, and somebody's going to think they're getting punked. Because they'll all show up in their racing silks and everything. It's like, oh, I just came straight from work. I've got this itch. And let me tell you something. Riding on a saddle ain't helping.
As, you know, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with the Derby itself. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no.
If you're into horse racing, and I mean, it is the biggest horse race of the year.
Well, it's the Triple Crown season. That's the only 3 horse races I give a shit about. It's the Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont.
But I don't feel like paying $25 for a mint, you know, was it mint julep? Is that what they call them? I mean,
and that's the other thing that pisses me off about the Derby.
There's a shitty drink with the leaf.
People flood into Kentucky and decide to ruin perfectly good bourbon by dumping mint leaves and sugar in it and pouring it over crushed ice. That is the worst goddamn redneck snow cone in history.
They're all pussies.
I bartended in this city for one Derby, and I have made so many mint juleps, I still have not understood their appeal to anybody.
You didn't get the bad taste out of your mouth.
It's like mixing whiskey, cough syrup, and dropping a stick of double mint gum in there, putting it in a blender, pouring it over crushed ice, and going, hey, this is fucking, this sucks, but I gotta look like I'm enjoying the Derby.
My big fucking hat.
And of course,
I'll never wear again.
Yeah, oh yeah. And of course, the other thing we have to keep an eye on this year is what kind of mayhem will there be over near the west side of town? A couple years ago, we had mass freaking chaos.
Shootings, cruising, how dare they?
Flashing the boobs.
At least this year, OJ won't be kicked out of any restaurants.
That's right.
He'll be eating a tray of slop around the time the horses go crazy. Can I get an extra scoop of...
He'll be getting settled up for the most exciting 2 minutes in the Nevada correctional system on that day.
He gambled in Vegas and lost. Let me tell you.
Yeah, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas for 6 to 15 years, was it?
Something like that. I can't say what he did was wrong. I can, but I understand. You know.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say anything about the whole ex-wife thing because I've got a couple ex-wives and,
Yeah, I know one of them.
But I mean, dude, you lost your Heisman Trophy, and that's worth going to prison in Nevada for. Give it up, dude.
Yeah, it's over.
I mean, nobody likes mentioning you, period. Let alone as a Heisman Trophy winner or
I had
as
an
an
opportunity to meet him a couple years ago. I should have took it. Damn. Now it's gone now.
What's up, killer?
What if I put you back in prison?
Yeah, one of our favorites, Evander Holyfield's going to be down for the Derby. I'm like, just a few months ago, weren't you in court because you couldn't make a $3,000 child support payment? But now all of a sudden you can afford a trip from Atlanta to Louisville.
Hey, man, I bet everything on, this one horse.
It's
sad. It's sad. This is where celebrities go when there's nothing else for them.
And this, if you're wondering about this video, this is what happens when we spend 6 months getting a 2-minute horse, or the build-up for a 2-minute horse race crammed down our gullets.
It's like being with somebody from Kentucky. They work and work and work and work, and then when you finally get to the dance, it lasts about 2 minutes and it's over.
Yeah.
And usually you come out a loser.
Oh, I've slept with a few chicks from Kentucky, and I'm gonna put it on the line. It sure as hell doesn't help you be a winner.
No, it ain't gonna get you any street cred. I'll tell you that.
Of course, I guess that one hooch doesn't count. She was actually from Aurora, Colorado. She just lives here.
Yeah, but she was infected by the Kentucky stupidity.
Yeah.
Once it gets into your system, it's worse than swine flu. You're done.
Yeah.
Over. So.
Unbridled spirit.
Yeah, we'll see how Saturday goes. So, and of course, remember next Monday, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Inside the Squared Circle on Blog Talk Radio, and next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, all new episode of Probably Uncalled For on Blog Talk Radio. And remember to check.
Bear with us on the chat rooms.
Yeah, it's not our problems.
Blog Talk Radio can't get it right now.
And remember, always our website, 24 hours a day. It's there for you. FreeReinMedia.com. So, for the good doctor, I'm ppdingles, and you're saying that this video is probably going to give you more excitement than the Derby.
Beats a Jenna Jameson porn. You seen that tweet? She looks like a broken light bulb wrapped in a Kleenex.
No comment.